What's up, my islanders? It's Sydney Island here. That's Island with the Y, not an S. And in this video, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about Venus in Leo. I'm going to start off by saying that if you have a Venus in Leo, you will have either of these 5 sun signs. You will either have a Leo sun, or you have the 2 signs after Leo and the 2 signs before Leo. And those signs consist of Gemini, Cancer, Virgo, Libra, and also, like I said, Leo. So these are the sun signs that you will have if you have a Leo Venus. Okay, so let's start off by talking about what Venus represents. Okay, so Venus is the planet of love, pleasure, romance, beauty, desire, sexual desire, money, and all things just beautiful, right? And it also represents just how you are in love and how you are in relationships. What kind of person are you? And what kind of people do you attract when it comes to relationships? So if you have a Venus in Leo, you can be somewhat demanding, okay? You have high expectations when it comes to love. And most of the expectations that you have are really about how much love your partner is giving to you. Like in Leo's eyes, you could stand to give a little bit more, okay? You're giving some, and I like it, but you can stand to give more because I'm Leo and I'm great. I'm cute. I'm sexy. I'm all things wonderful. Okay. And it is a blessing for you to be with me. So why are you not giving me all of you? How come you have not gotten rid of everybody and everything in your life and completely devoted yourself to me? Okay. I'm exaggerating just a little bit, but Venus and Leo, they're prone to being very exaggerative, and they're prone to, extravagant living and being very dramatic about everything. In relationships, Venus and Leo is very playful, very childlike, very affectionate, and very generous. Venus and Leo people have very, very big hearts, and there really is no limit to how much they give to their partners. They will spend a lot of money on their partners, and they expect for their partner to spend a lot of money on them. Typically, Venus and Leo people have a dramatic flair about them, a very charming, delightful, pleasing, dramatic flair about them. It's to some people it can be overwhelming, but for the most part, it's just like they're dramatic, and it's just the way that they move and talk and all this kind of very dramatic. But it's cute, it's attractive to a lot of people. So people with a Venus and Leo can be very popular, and they make a lot of friends, and they make these friends very easily. And because of this dramatic flair, you add a lot of spice and a lot of excitement to the relationship. You are a strong source of energy in the relationship. You're the high energy, fun person in the relationship. You're a very powerful motivator in the relationship. You are just this bright light in the relationship, and people are drawn to that bright light like flies are drawn to, ceiling light. You shine bright, and you have a big heart because the heart rules Leo. Leo is ruled by the heart. So you have a really, 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 really big heart, and love and romance is really important to you. Like love is like one of the most important things in your life, and you have a tendency to give and give and give because you have such a big, generous heart. And sometimes you feel taken advantage of, or you feel unappreciated because you want a certain amount of love and a certain amount of admiration that you don't really get because your standards are unrealistic. You have these high standards, and you want people to do this for you and show that they love you in this way all the time, constantly, me, 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 me. And people can feel like that's too much, or they can feel like, okay, Leo, like, why do you want all this love and affection? Like, yeah, you cool and everything, but it's not like, you've been paying my bills since day one. Like, why do you expect for me to give you all this attention and all this love? And it also depends on the Venus of your partner too. So Venus in Leo with a Venus in Aries, they are more compatible. They can get down with each other. And I am going to make a Venus and Leo compatibility video. Venus and Leo partners, they have a high regard and a high respect for their partners, or at least they need to. They can't be with somebody that they don't respect, and somebody that they don't admire, and somebody that they feel like they can't put on a pedestal. They need somebody to praise because they need to be praised. Praise is a huge thing in a relationship with the Leo. Praise me, I praise you. Like, I'm going to praise you, especially if I see something in you that I love and that I admire. I'm going to praise you. I'm going to shout out to everybody. This is my man. This is my woman. Look at us. Look at him. He's so sexy. This is my person. And so since they're going to do all that for you, they're going to be posting you on Instagram and saying, hey, look at bae, and posting you on Snapchat. And since they're doing that for you, they want you to do that for them. Is it too much to ask? That's what Venus and Leo feels. Is it too much to freaking ask for you to treat me like a god? Is it too much to ask for you to kiss my toes? Is it? Got a problem with me asking that? People with a Venus in Leo often love children because the fifth house in astrology is ruled by Leo. And the number 5, which by the way, I am a life path number 5, for those of you all who are into numerology. The number 5 is all about children. It's all about things playful. It's all about fun and recreation and pleasure. So me having a, life path number 5, it makes my, my life path very similar to Leo, like very similar to a Leo sun life path, which is to be in the spotlight and to receive a lot of praise, a lot of, my destiny and a lot of stuff that's in my chart. It directs to being in the spotlight and being, somebody like a motivational speaker or somebody like that. So people who have a Venus in Leo, in relationships and in love, it's all about the fun. It's all about the adventure. That's what it's all about. It's all about children. And they will be the partner that wants children. They really want children. They love children. Some of them will like to have careers being involved with children. So what type of people are Venus and Leo attracted to? Well, Venus and Leo people are not attracted to dull, boring people. That's who they're not attracted to. They're not attracted to people who, if their personality had a color, it would be gray or tan. No. They're attracted to people who their personality has too much color, so much color, a lot of bright colors, neon colors. If it could be one specific color, it'd be bright neon green, bright neon pink, right? They love people who are exciting, people who are adventurous, people who are funny, people who like to crack jokes, people who live the fast life, people who are always doing stuff with their lives, right? They're also attracted to people who are very confident, people who are very charming, very sociable, very popular, people who are like them pretty much. But the downside to this is that if they end up in a relationship with somebody that's very similar to them, they may not get that love that they desperately need and that they desperately crave because their lover is too much like them and that they're going to be too focused on themselves that they can't give that love to Venus and Leo. They're like, I'm too busy primping and prepping in the mirror and making sure that I'm good to be looking at you and telling you that you look good. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this might be an issue for Venus and Leo on the dark side. They may find that if they keep seeking people who have the same qualities as them, they may not be as satisfied. They need somebody who complements them, somebody who doesn't have as much of an ego as them, somebody who can be more humble and humbly give that love to them and humbly give that praise to them. Venus and Leo people are terrified of the relationship getting boring, okay? They need things to be fresh, spicy, constantly, all the time, very much like Venus and Aries, because this is a fire sign. The fire signs Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries are very childlike, and they're very dynamic, and they're very bold. Let's talk about sex, okay? Sex and love goes hand in hand when it comes to a Leo Venus. And I'm looking at my notes, by the way, so that's why I'm like looking down. Yeah, got a lot of notes here, so it's a lot to keep up with. So yeah, it's hard to separate the two. They need a lot of sex and they need a lot of love equally. They can't have more than the other. Like they can't be in a sexual relationship with no love because they need love. They rule the heart. They need love or else their heart will just dry up. They need love. They can't just have loveless sex. But they also can't have a romantic relationship where it's just love and you're like, oh, I love you and I love you, and that's all it is, and there's no sex, there's no physical affection, because sex is also a way that Leos express themselves, and it's the way that they gain confidence. So they need sex. They have a high sex drive. They need sex. They need both. They cannot have the other. They cannot have one without the other. And when it comes to sex, Venus and Leo people like it hot, they like it spicy, they like it exciting, they like to try different and new positions, they don't like to do the same thing that they did last time, they want things to be fresh, okay? They want the hot, sweaty, crazy sex, okay? But also with a mixture of romance and kissing and caressing and the sweet talk and the sweet touches and all that type of stuff. And like I said, Leo rules the heart, so the romantic, sweet side of the planet Venus, really comes out when you have a Leo in Venus, okay? Because you got the heart, which is Leo, mixed with the planet that's all about love. So you got a lot of love. You got a lot of passion for love in this placement. And when dating a Venus and Leo, expect a lot of playful dates, expect to be invited to a lot of parties, expect for them to have adventures planned for y'all, expect for there to always be something that they want to be going on in the relationship. Never expect when you're jumping in a relationship with Venus and Leo, for them to just want to just sit at home and chill. Like, never expect that. Always expect that there's going to be something that keeps you on your toes and something that keeps you moving in a relationship with a Venus and Leo. And also expect for them to have these little jealousy temper tantrums. Don't be looking at other dudes and don't be looking at other girls. Don't be hearting those pictures on Instagram of the girls and the dudes with the selfies, and don't be doing that. Because if they catch you, they're going to throw a crazy fit. They do not appreciate that at all. Like, how dare you? You have a god and a goddess right by your side. Yeah, you over there liking pictures of peasants? Disappointed and disgusted. So expect them to be jealous. You know, they feel like that they are God. And if you entertain anybody else other than them, then you're entertaining somebody less than them, you know? If you're looking to attract a Leo, don't play it safe. They'll get bored. Be very grand and dramatic in your expressions and in your display of love, because they will be that way for you. They are the type to propose to you in public, the type to, you know, swing you around and start dancing with you in public, in a place where people are just really relaxed and reserved. They'll just start dancing with you, swinging you around like, it's a party. Let me show you a good time. That is what Venus and Leo is all about. Let me show you a good time. It don't matter where we are. It don't matter what type of people we're around. We're going to have a good time. You are going to have fun because you are with me. You are with the king and the queen of fun. And when in a relationship with Venus and Leo, don't be afraid to express how you feel, because Venus and Leo will be unafraid to express how they feel. And they don't want you to be too sentimental and too emotional like a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. They need for you to be somewhat strong-minded. You know, they respect people who have a stronger mind. So they would have a respect for other fixed signs like them, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio. But also, don't be too thinky and in your head like the air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. They like these people and they vibe well with air signs, a little bit better than with water signs, but they won't appreciate when you just keep talking and thinking. They want action. They want to get things moving. So they are best compatible with people whose Venus is also in a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. As for the earth signs, they will feel really bored. If you have a Venus in an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, a Venus in Leo will most likely be bored. They will get bored. And earth signs will most likely see Venus and Leo as too much, you know. But I'm going to talk about the compatibility of Venus and Leo in another video. I want to wrap this up by saying that when it comes to money, Venus and Leo can be very reckless and very careless. And this can be troublesome to their partner because some people like to cling to their cash. So if you have a Venus and Taurus, for example, their partner is not going to be feeling that because, you know, Taurus is all about their money. They're going to feel like you're being stupid or you're being childish. And, you know, you might have arguments with your partners who don't agree with that. They might be like, why you spend all your money on this? We need to save for groceries. Like, you're so childish. You're so stupid. You're so immature. And that will hurt a Leo's feelings. They will either get their feelings hurt or they will want to leave. Like, they'll just break up with you and be like, okay, well, you're bringing me down. Let me go, you know, mingle with Venus and Sagittarius over there because I know that they can handle, you know, me just wanting to suddenly buy a nice lavish thing. Venus and Sagittarius would be like, wow, you bought that dope, big, wonderful thing that cost $20,000. You bought that? It's so cool. Like, I want one. But Venus and Capricorn is like, this is stupid. Why would you buy that big $20,000 thing when you could be saving up for da-da-da-da-da-da-da? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Venus and Leo, these people are very exciting, very warm-hearted lovers. They're very, very sweet, but they can also be very demanding, and they can be overbearing to some other signs who just can't handle that and who don't have that fire.